9. Seek B. Hand on left. Experimental probability. Investigate word with a partner. Shannon is on the basketball team. She makes 75% of her free throw. In this lab, you will model or simulate Shannon shooting free throw with a spinner and investigate the experiment's probability of her being able to make a free throw. Create and cut out the spinner at the right. Spin the spinner 25 times to model Shannon shooting 25 free throws. Record your result in the table below. If the spinner lands on a line, spin again. Combine your data with 4 other groups so you have 100 data points. Work with a partner. 1. Explain why you combined your data with 4 other groups. 2. From your table, what is the experimental probability of making a free throw? 3. How does the experimental probability compare with Shannon's past performance? 5. 4. What is the experimental probability of making 2 free throws in a row? Explain how you found your answer. 5. Suppose Shannon did shoot 3 throws in a row. What factor will influence her making or not making 75 free throws? Explain your reasoning. 6. Describe the size of both sections of the spinner. 7. Describe another way to simulate Shannon shooting free throw. 8. Draw a spinner that simulates a free throw shooter making 60% of her free throw. 9. 7. Independent and dependent event. When am I ever going to use this? Track and file the meter dash feature 20 runner completing in a preliminary run of 4 hits. The winner of each hit advances to the final race. Before the race, each runner chooses a number from jar 1 to determine the heat in which he ran, and a number from jar 2 to determine one of 5 lanes he occupies. Omar is the first runner to choose from the jars. 1. What is the probability of Omar being in the second hit? 2. What is the probability of Omar being in lane 3? 3. Multiply your answer each exercise 1 and 2 above. What does this number mean? Explain. In the mini-lab, choosing the hit and the lane is a convert event. A convert event consists of 2 or more simple events. Since choosing the hit number does not affect choosing the lane number, both events are called independent events. Examples: independent events I number 2 is roulette and the spinner at the right is fun. Find the probability of rolling a 2 and spinning a fowl. V to 1 by 6. V fowl 2 by 5. V 2 and fowl 1 or 1 by 3 or 1 by so the probability of rolling a 2 and spinning a fowl is cake. You can make a tree diagram to check your answer. If the outcome of one event affects the one outcome of a second event, the event are called dependent event. Example: dependent event. Snack bar. A box contains 2 oatmeal, 3 strawberry, and 6 cinnamon snack bar. Ruby reaches in the box and randomly takes 2 snack bar, one after the other. Find the probability that she will choose a cinnamon bar and then a strawberry bar. So the probability that Ruby will choose a cinnamon snack bar and then a strawberry snack bar is 9 by 55, or about percent, where the probability of the defendant's event is the probability of the first event times the probability that the second event occur after the first. Symbols V, A, and B. V, A, V, B following skill and concept check. Reading maths. Explain the difference between independent and dependent event. 2. Often needed. Describe 2 dependent event. 3. Find the error. Kim and Sen are finding the probability of spinning 2 even number in a row. Who is correct? Explain. 4. A count is tossed and a number cube is rolled. What is the probability of tossing it and rolling 3 or 5? 5. A bag contains 5 red apples and 3 yellow apples. What is the probability of picking 2 red apples without the first being reflected? Practice and application. 6. A red and a blue number cube are rolled. Find the probability that one odd number is rolled on the red cube and a number greater than 1 is rolled on the blue cube. 7. Find the probability of head on the consecutive tosses of a coin. 8. A color is filled with 12 colors and 9 dead colors. If Victor randomly chooses 2 without reflecting the first, what is the probability that he will choose a color and then a dead color? 9. Deck of 30 cards is made of the number 1, 10 in the colors red, purple, and green. 2 cards are selected without either being reflected. Find the probability of choosing a purple 5 and then a red or green card. 10. Draw a Venn diagram to show the probability of two independent events A and B. Civic in the Congress, Tennessee had four Republicans and five Democrats serving in the House of Representatives. If a subcommittee of two representatives was formed to study internet usage among middle school students, what is the probability that both will be Republican? Car for exercises, a standard deck of flying car contest 52 car in 4 sets of car each, 2 shoot are red and 2 shoot are black. 2 cards are caution from the deck, one after another. Find each probability. Determine whether each event is independent or dependent. Coaching a student in the 7th grade and a student from the 8th grade. Coaching a fire a sauce to try on. Then coaching a smaller fire to try on. Fashion for exercises 17 and use the graphic at the right. Write your answer as decimal to the nearest hundredths. 17. What is the probability that a 10 question at random shot that friends and sport figures influences her fashion choices? What is the probability that a 10 question at random shot that personal style and celebrities influenced his fashion choices? Traffic signal. There are 3 consecutive traffic signals on a street that operate independently of each other. The first is green 45% of the time. The second is green 60% of the time. And the third is green 50% of the time. What is the probability of person driving down the street making all their green light? Write as a person to the nearest 10. Critical thinking. For exercises 20 and 21, use the spinner. 20. Make a diagram of all the possible outcomes of the successive spin of the spinner. So how many fans in the diagram represent 2 red spine and 1 blue? 21. Suppose the spinner is designated so that for each spin there is a 40 probability of spinning red and a 50 and a 20 chance of spinning blue. What is the probability of spinning 2 red and 1 blue? Extending dilation. Events that cannot happen at the same time are mutually exclusive. The 2 events are connected by the word or, and the probability is found by adding their individual probabilities. Example: suppose a number cube is rolled. Find p even or 5. Find h probability as a fraction in simple form. Spiral review with standardized practice. 25. Multiple choice. You choose the answer on two question multiple choice quiz with 5 choices. A, B, C, D, and E. What is the probability that you will get both correct? A, 1 by 50, 1 by 25. C, 2 by 25. D, 1 by 5. 26. Grade in. Find the probability of rolling an even number beyond a number cube, touching it on a count, and causing an ace in a standard deck of cards. 27. Probability fast. Performed a probability experiment by spinning a spinner 20 times. The results are shown in the table. If the spinner is divided into 4 equal sections, how many sections would you expect to be blue? 28. Lottery ball numbered 1 to 51 are dropped into a machine and mixed together. 6 balls are then selected in any order to make up the winning number. How many different ways can the 6 number be chosen? Evaluate each fraction. If a 6 B minus 4 and C minus 3. 29. 9 C. 30 minus 8 31 2 B C. 32 5 B 2. Interdisciplinary project. Steve arrived up and win a prize. Made an requisition. It's time to complete your project. Use the information and data you have gathered about carnival game to prepare a web page or poster. Be sure to include a skull drawing of the game you designed with your project.